Hello and welcome to the developer update 9.3 patch overview. Oh my god, here we are. Ryan, hello. Thank you for having me. Or am I the host or are you the host? That's the question.
Depends how you view it, right? Well, thank you for having me as well. We're here for the patch between the patches, the patch between the expansion drops. We'll always look forward to these because it maybe freshens up the meta between we get new expansion cards. But I think we got a few changes to talk about. Obviously, patch notes coming today as well. But we'll have
this.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll have everything in this video. I think that you want to know about. So I don't know. Is there anything?
Remember to take screenshots. But yeah, we'll be posting this later. So if you don't feel like it, just sit back, grab something to drink. Hopefully something warm because autumn is coming very soon. Especially now in Poland, it's quite rainy and not so nice. But yeah, enough about the weather. Let's jump into the changes. We'll be going, of course, faction by faction, and I think we'll be starting with neutrals.
Yes, I think the first thing we can talk about is Repic's favorite card. It is Shoop's Day Off.
Shoop's Day Off.
Look at that. I think this little green 12 in the bottom means that it's gotten a provision buff, and it's now only 12 provision, so a bit cheaper to fit into your deck.
Nice. Yeah, for all of you playing Shoop in your deck, this is going to be a nice change for sure. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. But yeah, this will be starting off the changes to neutral cards. But we also have one other card that we wanted to highlight. Yeah, we have Radea here. Also, we're seeing a provision change to 11.
Yeah, and I think in general, obviously I'm not a game designer, but we are in close contact with them always, and the impression I got was that this patch especially was meant to buff a lot of older cards to the power level of the new released cards. So we've got an exciting meta that features old and new cards alike, and I think bringing these very powerful cards with high provision a bit lower to have an impact still in the game, I think is a nice idea.
Yeah, exactly. Like Brian said, in between big card drops that we're doing, it's good to actually go back to some of the cards and kind of see if we can change stuff around and tweak it a little bit. And this is kind of the idea of the patch. Of course, when it comes to the scope, it's maybe not as big, but still probably will fix a lot of stuff and bring some stuff to a good power level, let's say. Yeah. Let's move on.
I mean, some factions got more changes than others, but neutrals don't even fit all onto this page. We got 2 slides.
So we won't be going through one by one for sure. We just wanted you guys to kind of check it out so you have all the changes when it comes to the cards. These are mainly provision and power changes. And on the second page, a little bit more. Yeah,
I don't think there's much more to talk about. As you said, this will bring some neutral cards up to the power level or closer to the power level of some of the new cards. Maybe make a nice addition into your favorite decks. So speaking of power level, there's been a few cards that have been very prevalent in the last couple of weeks, and I think one of them is a monster card you can see actually in the background here, which is Caranthir.
A change here for sure. I think we're gonna highlight a couple cards for monsters for sure. Kind of they needed some tweaking for sure. So yeah, spawn one power-based copy of a monster unit with a provision cost of 10. Ooh. So this is the change that is most important. What does this do, Ryan?
So
how would you see it?
Basically, this is similar to, I think, how we dealt with Renew as well, where there are some combos in the game which are very strong and depressing, and that relies on having these combinations of 2 good cards. And I think we still want to print very good cards that work on for themselves, but I think having this cap of the provision limit that Caranthir can work with allows us to still have these very good cards, but alleviate this combo mechanic, which means now cards that cost 11 provision or more won't be able to be spawned by Caranthir.
Exactly, and that was the whole idea behind the change for sure.
And I think one card that was a 10 provision, which would have worked, and people might have already said, like, why the hell 10 provision? That doesn't fix the problem. But there we go. Mamuna is now 11 provision.
Yeah, small change to provision here, but yeah, worth highlighting for sure. Like Ryan mentioned, Caranthir and Mamuna can be, in this case, comboed together, but, well, now they cannot because she is at 11 provision. So that's the whole idea behind the change. So we don't get into crazy combos and, you know, crazy tempo plays and stuff like that.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, Mamuna is still a very good card on itself.
Oh yeah, she is.
But now it's a bit harder to fit it into the deck, or maybe you have to, I don't know, reduce some of your other gold cards to bronzes or something like that to still fit this in. And you don't get the double value by playing it again with Caranthir.
Exactly. Moving on. We have Bloody Mistress. Yeah, same change, right? And also we're trying to, in this case, avoid the same thing. So using Caranthir in order to get Bloody Mistress. And yeah, Bloody Mistress at 11 provision, this won't be possible. So yeah, simple as that.
I think for Bloody Mistress, I just want to add that this is even a bigger nerf than for Mamuna, because Bloody Mistress scales off of the Kikimore fruits you have on the board, right? If you have 2 Bloody Mistresses, then you suddenly have 4 Kikimore fruits, and both of them gain points by 4. And so if you only have 1, you only get 2 points per turn. So it's kind of a bigger nerf than I think maybe to Mamuna, but I think also very necessary in this sense.
Yes, agree totally with you here.
All right, wanna take a look at the next one?
Yeah, I think it's Om Nom Nom.
That's his name.
Om Nom Nom, aka Self Eater. A change to his power. Why? The question is, why are we changing his power? What do you think?
Well, I mean, this card got a lot of points if it was not interacted with, and now I think at 6 power it was very hard to deal with, because it most definitely was able to duplicate it once at least. But now there's a lot of cards in the meta that can deal 5 damage or a few more. So now you can just eliminate it right before it gets out of hand. And obviously this also means that if you use Self-Eater's Order before playing a relic, those 2 Self-Eaters will be at 2 power. But then obviously after you play the relic, they will be at 3 again. But yeah, this is a good nerf to the power level and also to the removability.
Exactly. Some cards that can, you know, spawn out of hand and go crazy, it's good to, you know, have the possibility to actually remove them and make it a little bit easier for you guys.
Exactly. And
moving on, Black Maiden.
Ooh.
So different provision here.
Yeah, exactly. And I see the 10 provision, and we were just talking about how 10 provision is now the limit for Caranthir. So I guess you could, if you want to play a lot of rats, you can play this still with Caranthir.
Exactly. I think this will be really cool, and I think it will see play for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna be actually excited to see this combo off together.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched the new The Suicide Squad, but there was quite some rat action in there as well.
yeah. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend watching it.
Exactly. All right, moving on to our final monster card that we want to highlight. It is the Kikimore Worker.
Ooh, and a change to the armor here. So yeah, it's probably Oh, that's interesting. So if it's exposed, it will destroy itself. So now it's much easier to expose the Kikimore Worker. Once the worker is exposed, he or she will be gone. So
exactly.
One-way ticket.
That's it. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to... I guess you can remove some power level by lowering the points, but you don't really... Well, if you damage it by 3 now, it's just gone, right? So it's easier to deal with. And here is a look at the rest of the monster change that we didn't mention so far.
I think that the things that we can mention here for sure, apart from the provision changes and the power changes, is we added to Bloody Mistress and Caranthir, so the text saying that without changing power, This was something which was introduced in the hotfix, but the text did not reflect it instantly because it was a hotfix and we didn't have time to update localization. But yeah, for this one, we updated it and added this part. So you actually know what's going on with the card. So yeah, hopefully this sorts out any, second thoughts you have or anything that's not clear. So
exactly. Just a little bit of clarity in the world of the Gwent.
Oh yes, clarity is always good when it comes to card games. You want to know what your cards are doing, like specifically. There's been so many times when I played something and I was like, "Whoa, wait,
hold up,
done that." I didn't. I don't think I read the whole text.
Well, true. Reading helps. Reading helps. And you know who reads a lot, or who read a lot in their life?
Cool.
Tisaya DeVries.
Nice segue. Moving on to Northern Realms. Very, very well done. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're the headmaster of the school, well, you need to be you need to be numero uno when it comes to knowledge and books. Mm-hmm. And yeah, a change to provision here. So a little bit less, which is a good change.
Yeah, I mean, as we said before, now it's at 10 provision, so it can be played with Caranthir. Oh, I'm joking, obviously. I'm joking. Wrong faction here, but still, it's a nice buff because I think the 12 provision, it didn't really make sense to play this high risk, high reward card at that point cost. You could play different cards for that, but maybe at 10 provision, we'll get to see some magic happening on the field.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah, I really like this change for sure. And that's one card that we want to highlight for the realms, and I think the rest is just going to be a list of things which you can expect. Mm-hmm. Most importantly, the change to Drog's ability. So now Zeal Order transform all human units to units on an allied row into Cadwanian Revenants without changing their power. Exactly. So
you get to choose now. I guess go ahead.
No, go. I don't wanna,
no,
your train of thought.
I just thought that maybe then you can get one extra Drog target, right? Because you can fill a row with humans and then just play Drog on the other row and then get all of those Cadwanian Revenants. But I mean, it's just a nice quality of life change.
It's the same thing that I was, I was thinking about. So yeah, it's good we're on the same page here. One change I think to Might Key and this reset on power. I think that the part of text was changed. As you can see, it's highlighted then. And then yeah, a small change to practice makes perfect. And I think these are the most important ones that we wanted to highlight.
Exactly. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now.
Nice.
For your favorite faction.
The best faction, but not a lot of changes here, to be honest. So yeah, just a little bit of provision here and there, which is good because they're going down, which is always provision going down is good. And yeah, more damage for the Dryad Ranger. We weren't supposed to go through these changes, but it's Scoia'tael, so yeah, I'll make an exception in this case.
Did you hurt a game designer's feeling maybe that they didn't buff more Scoia'tael cards? Is that it?
Yeah, I think they should totally buff Puffco. So yeah, I think that's the most important thing.
Okay, we'll keep it in mind. Next up is Skellige, and we have one change that we wanted to highlight here, right?
Yes, we have the Crow Clan Preacher and a change to her provision. Now she's a 4/4, which I think is a really good change. So yeah.
Will be a bit easier to fit into your deck, and
for sure.
I think I'm not sure if Legion or Jean or one of the other game designers has talked about it publicly yet, but they're obviously working a lot on defining what a 4 provision card should be, what a 5 provision card should be. I mean, this is always something you have to keep in mind when designing these cards, and I think this card fits more into what we have in mind for a 4 provision card, so there it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the rest of the Skellige changes as well.
Yeah, I think worth highlighting for sure. Ancrate Blacksmith, yeah, removing armor, I think is something that should be added here. Harold Ancrate damaging himself by 2, and then Jaime Skull, when he is deployed on the range, he will do his magic. So yeah, those are worth highlighting for sure.
Yeah. For example, with the Skeld, you can now you can play it in the front row and not discard a card and draw a card. So if you don't want to do that process, maybe if you don't want to thin yourself, you can just play him in the front, and it gives you a bit more flexibility with that ability.
Exactly. Nice changes. Shall we move to the mighty empire of Nilfgaard?
Yes. Oh,
Small changes here.
small changes.
Yes, changes to power, provision.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think there's any more to add here. I mean, Nilfgaard, as you guys know, is a strong faction right now, together with Syndicate. And as you know, our design team, our main focus always is to bring other cards up. Also something that Ryan mentioned at the beginning, that we're trying to bring some cards to the power level of the cards that we had in the last expansion. So that's one of the things. But the rest, if we have, factions which are doing super well, we won't be addressing and changing a lot of stuff there. We'll be trying to bring up other factions to their power level.
Yeah, and I think we had the biggest type of changes at the start, but as I said, not all factions got equal amount of changes. But as you said, it's not always necessary, and obviously some changes also take time to try out and figure out where we want to place them. So moving on from Nilfgaard, we've got one faction left, which is the Syndicate.
Syndicate, yes. Yeah, for Damnation, we removed the adjacent part, as you can see. So yeah, that should clarify some things. And apart from that, it's also power and provision changes. Yeah, mutant killers power going down from 4 to 3, easier to remove in this case. And I think, yeah, those are the most important changes here. Also, sausage maker's fee is going down from 5 to 3.
Sausage maker. Yep, that's his name now.
That's a nice tongue twister, I have to be honest.
And I see Jason has got his own card.
Provision is going down.
Jason is now cheaper.
Jason is getting a nice buff here. And yeah, these are the changes, but I think what's also very important for this patch specifically is there will be a lot of changes when it comes to the bugs. So a lot of bugs fixing that went in. And actually one bug which I really want to highlight, because I think a lot of you probably had it, was the fact that some cards would stay in, like, in the middle of your board, like a big preview. I know our art is beautiful, but when you're playing a game, you actually don't want to only focus on the art, but you also want to focus on the gameplay part of the whole thing. So we managed to finally reproduce that bug and fix it. So yay, it's coming with this update. And apart from that, I think there's like almost 20 different bug fixes which you'll be able to read in the patch notes, which, like Ryan mentioned at the beginning, are coming today. So probably after you watch this, you will see the patch notes and you'll be like, so that's what they were talking about. So yeah.
Exactly, yeah. There's a few nice quality of line changes in there as well. I think there's a few cards that didn't mention something in the text or didn't get updated quite as well as we would have hoped, and now they will be. And yeah, some stuff maybe you won't even notice while playing day to day, but it's good that we have it in there. And I think that's it for the changes.
Cool stuff. But we have another anniversary, and if you've been with us last year, you remember we had this cool event for the battle on the Yaruga Bridge, which is an iconic moment in The Witcher lore and universe. So you probably remember that one. And we're actually bringing it back for those of you that missed it last year. So you will be able to replay that. So you will be able also to get all the awesome goodies we're trying to show into you right now. So yeah, we have the board, which the bridge board is always in high demand. We have the card back, we have the title and the Neve avatar for you guys. So this is all going to be available with this update. Yeah.
The avatar is pretty epic, I must say. It's
I agree.
Epic. A golden Neve like that, and
yeah, going straight into battle. And speaking of everything related to the battle and kind of to stuff related to Thronebreaker in some way, we have our boy Gascon, which we already teased and we showed during Open. but yeah, he's here, but he's coming with a new card back, a new avatar, and a new title. Like, what's going on here, Ryan? How's this gonna work?
He thought he doesn't want to miss out. Our favorite Duke is back, and if you own this character, this leader skin already, you will be able to just play him and get these awesome cosmetics for free while completing contracts. And if you want to join in on the fun, you can get the skin starting with 9.3 as well, and start gathering contract rewards as well. And that means double the fun compared to last year. We've got the board and the skin now, and I think this card back, I think you said before we started recording, this is an epic card back.
I mean, look at him, ready to fight with a big smile, the sun behind him. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this. And when I first saw a preview and they showed it to me, I was like, yeah, I'm happy that because we have this art in the game itself. So I'm happy that we're actually using it and creating different things out of it, because I would totally rock this card back, and I will. So yeah, incredible. The Duke of Dogs looking fly with this update, and also coming in with some cool stuff, which is going to be available for everybody who wants the skin, which is amazing. That's how it should be. Yeah, and I think that's it for products, right?
I
think we got it.
Obviously, a few small things coming back as well, like the Thronebreaker pack, but we want to keep it nice and short in this video. But everyone loves a little bit of Thronebreaker in their lives. But I think that's all we wanted to mention today.
Exactly. Speaking of, the next video that we're gonna be doing is probably gonna be a lot bigger, right? Because soon TM will be moving on to the next expansion stuff, and we'll be showing and doing the whole reveal campaign, which I'm excited for. I can tell you already, without going into specific and leaking stuff, the theme is incredible, and you're gonna love it. And yeah, hopefully some cool stuff for the green faction. Fingers crossed right here. Yeah, I'm not going into details because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's gonna be cool. Can't wait for you guys to see it. But yeah, let's stay in touch. Remember, hit us up on socials if you have any questions or anything like that. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you to Ryan for recording this. Much appreciated, dude. And yeah, I think that's it.
I appreciate you, Burza. We appreciate you, the community, and thank you for watching.
I appreciate you too. Thank you all, and yeah, catch you later. Bye.